What's up, y'all? It's Brandi, and I'm back with another episode of Just Dance Lore. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, Brandi, where has Just Dance Lore been? Are you back? Are you gonna start bringing it back? And to that, I tell you a resounding, I don't know. I don't know. At this point, what you get is what you get. So we just gonna deal with that. So we're gonna get into a theory today. If you are a member on my Patreon, you already know what that theory is because I posted it there early. So yes, I do have a Patreon now. And basically what it is, it's a bunch of bonus content. Also, if I post a video on YouTube, you will see it on Patreon first. So for as little as $2 a month, you can go over there, see some bonus content, see my content early, and get some access. Well, everyone has access to my Discord as long as you meet the requirements. But you are qualified for special events in my Discord, Jackbox nights, and stuff like that. So if that interests you, check it out. Linktree is in my bio. You might like it, you might not. No pressure though. Anyway, we're just gonna get into a new theory because I've been thinking about this theory for a long time, and I went back and forth with my mind, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't even work. It doesn't make sense. But then I thought about it and I was like, since when have any of my theories made sense? So we're just going to talk about it anyway. We are going to the wonderful, wonderful Danceverse of Eternix. Eternix is a dark Danceverse where fiendish creatures are abundant. Based in more detail, a gloomy and foreboding Danceverse that is characterized by evil and darkness and home to fiendish yet friendly creatures. It is also the darkest Danceverse, being born from the shadow of the flow, and contains many of the locations themed around the night and the dark. Characters from this Danceverse range from Angelina from Magic and Luke Cypher from Disco Inferno, and of course the villain, the main villainess of the story mode.
Oh, now we gotta go.
And today the character that I want to talk about is from that Danceverse as well. Do you guys know this young man? This is Cygnus. Cygnus is from the Danceverse Eternix as well, and he is the coach for Beggin by Måneskin. Now, basically, if you didn't catch up last year in Just Dance 2023 and Just Dance Plus, there was a season called Just Dance Showdown. And Just Dance Showdown was pretty much the Danceverse's version of Eurovision, where all of the 5 different Danceverses came together. Well, originally it was 4 different Danceverses, but Cygnus came in as a surprise contestant and tore the shit down and almost won the whole thing. So basically, 4 different Danceverses come to compete and represent their Danceverse, and then the audience would vote, and then there would be a winner. Here's what's canon. I'm going to start off with what's canon first, right? So if you look in the background, you see he's got like a steampunk factory going on. He's dressed like an inventor. He is an inventor. Also, Cygnus is named after the city that which Night Swan's map took place in. So yeah, and not only that, he's also the architect of Cygnus, the city, and he also invented this thing called a time-space clock tower. I want to say that's what it's called. Yes, a time-space clock tower trap. And that was how he became an apprentice with Night Swan. So he's an inventor. He's very crafty, very good at what he does. Night Swan works with him. Night Swan really likes him. And that's what we know is canon so far. Also, when you look at this tweet from Just Dance official Twitter or X account, they get a little bit into his lore as well. I'll read it to you. Cygnus is from Eternix, the darkest Danceverse, born from a shadow of the flow. He is a crazy inventor and the architect behind Night Swan City. He impressed her with his time-space clock tower trap and began working with her. Okay, now keep that in mind. Here's where I started thinking and started getting a little crazy. Now, in this next part of the tweet, it says, He comes to the showdown to make up for his wrongdoings and show that he has feelings. He wants to send a message to his loved one. He is begging to see her again. All right, now we're going to get into a little bit of the theorizing. It has been alluded to that this man is talking about Night Swan. He's dancing for Night Swan. People think that he is Night Swan's lover, and that's why he's trying to get her attention again. He's thinking that he's begging to see Night Swan again, right? Well, sure. Why not? That's a good theory, a great theory even. However, I think there's someone else that he's been reaching out to. And hear me out before you jump to any conclusions, because when I say what I'm saying, when I show you who I think he's reaching out to, I don't mean it how you think I mean. I think he wants to reach out to him. No, I am not saying that I think they're lovers. That's not what I'm saying to you. Hear me out. Calm down. Don't start your shippings. Just close the Wattpad tab. Put the pen down. Don't write about, don't you listen and learn. Okay. I think that Cygnus is dancing for Jack. And I think he used the mask of dancing for a lover to show his softer side as a mask. But I think really he's dancing for Jack. And let me tell you why. I think that Cygnus is a success. He is one of the few people to get Night Swan's stamp of approval. He went on to be an inventor. He went on to dance and represent Eternix, an entire Danceverse, and a Danceverse-wide, pretty much global competition. So a lot of people saw him. A lot of people know who he is, right? That's a huge statement and a huge success. However, I think that Jack might resent him for this. And the reason why is because I think that Cygnus and Jack Rose might be brothers. Now hold on. Bear with me now. Bear with me. So basically what I think is, when I think back to Locked Out of Heaven, at the beginning of Locked Out of Heaven, we see little Jack. He's practicing his dance moves and he's just trying to get them right. And Night Swan is just like, no, go somewhere with that. We don't like that. We don't want to see that, right? But he decides to continue on and try to dance and get out of that shadow anyways. However, even though it seems that Jack has grown into a confident performer, he keeps seeing her. She's always in the back just looking at him with disapproving eyes, and it's something that he can't escape, right? However, Cygnus has impressed her. So now it's been said that Night Swan's obsession with perfection is what corrupted her, right? I feel like her obsession with perfection also might have corrupted her relationship with her son Jack. He doesn't seem to be perfect in her eyes. She doesn't seem to approve of anything he does. He doesn't approve of his friends. He doesn't approve of anything, even with all these fans that he has, like that. Like, he's here performing in Eternix for his adoring fans, right? But at the end of it all, even with all this confidence, all these people who are cheering his name, screaming his name, she still does not approve. She still doesn't see perfection in him. I feel like she saw perfection in Cygnus, and Cygnus went on to be successful, and now Jack resents him for it because he was able to be the vision of perfection that he was never able to be for her. So think about this. You see Jack performing in Eternix for all of his fans, but Cygnus gets to perform for the entire dance universe. Like, it's a whole nother scale. On top of that, the city is named after him. He created the city. He created the time space clock tower bomb thingy that she's so impressed by. He went on to be a success not only in Eternix, but worldwide. And she can't really get to him because he's succeeded already. Jack has not reached that level of success. He's only reached local success in Eternix, which makes him feel inferior, which is probably why he doesn't want anything to do with Cygnus. And that's why Cygnus is probably begging for Jack to reach his loving hand out to his estranged brother. We do get a little bit more insight with Night Swan and Jack's relationship with Just Dance 2024's new story playlist, Dance with the Swan. In Jack Rose's map for this, Treasure, she basically shows him what he could be if he left the Just Dancers behind and followed in her footsteps. So in the reflecting pool, it flips, and you see, basically in the reflecting pool, you see how life could be. And in this vision that Night Swan has for him, he's confident, he's performing well, he's basically adored, he's got everything he's ever wanted. And if you look, another detail I noticed, like in the mirrors, you just see Jack. You just see Jack. You don't see her in the reflections anyway, watching over him anymore. You don't see her worrying about him or disapproving of him. It's just him. You see here, Jack's the performer. He's in the background. There's Jack clones in the audience, hyping him up. Jack is also the background dancers. He's the ensemble. He's the paparazzi at some point. All he has to do is follow her footsteps and leave the Just Dancers behind. And then at the end, you see at the end where usually the Night Swan Tower would be, you see at the end of Locked Out of Heaven, where there is, this thing ain't working, is the Night Swan Tower behind him in Locked Out of Heaven. However, in Treasure, you see it open, revealing a big statue of Jack. This could be his life, and then it comes out of the reflecting pool, and you see Jack, and he realizes maybe that's not the life he wanted. But he wants his mother to be okay with that. But she's not okay with that. She wants him to be a success like his brother. A successful inventor, a successful dancer, a dancer who's known all around the world, not just in Eternix, everywhere. Cygnus probably broke free of Night Swan and was able to fulfill his dreams without having her hanging over his shoulder, disapproving of him. And he probably resents him for that because he wishes that he could do that too. He wishes that he could go off with the Just Dancers and just be happy and live the life that he wants without her hanging over his head, disapproving of him, or trying to corrupt them at every chance that she gets. But I don't know. That's my theory. I think that Cygnus isn't really reaching out for a lover. I think he wants to reach his loving hand out for his estranged brother, Jack. And I feel like Jack has grown distant from him because of his success, and he just decides to stay away and do his own thing. That's why he branched out with the Just Dancers. That's why he tried to do his own thing with the Just Dancers instead of trying to follow in his brother's footsteps, because he wants to find his own path in this world. And since his mom thinks that Cygnus's path is the right path and Jack's path is the wrong path, it makes him feel some type of way. Now, I feel like it might not be adding up because people are like, how would he have invented the city of Cygnus and invented the time, space, clock, tower, trap, whatever it's called? And how would he have created that and became apprentices with Night Swan if his whole goal was to get away from her? Think about it. What if he moved out of the house, got away, like emancipated himself, moved out of her house, went on to become successful, and she let him go? She let him go because she wasn't worried about him anymore, because he was following a path that aligned with her vision. Cygnus was following a path that aligned with Night Swan's vision of greatness. And what if this time-space clock tower trap was a way to freeze time so that he could achieve all of this while he was still in his youth? Like, who knows? Who knows what the bounds, who knows what that does? Time, space, clock, tower trap, who knows what that could do? He could have used that to his advantage and became a successful person, and so he could freeze time and move around time. Maybe he created a timeline and he invented around that timeline and he just worked around it to make it so he could be successful and then release himself from her claws while still having her approval and still working with her from a distance, while also still reaching out to his little brother Jack on the most watched program in the Danceverses. I mean, what if? You know, you never know. I don't know. I have no idea. These are just theories. I don't work with the Just Dance team, knocking on wood, because I want to someday. I don't work with the Just Dance team. I don't write the lore. This is just me reaching. This is what I do. I reach. This is Just Dance. Just reach. Just reach is the series. I've talked entirely too much, and I don't even know if it made sense, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas about the lore, let me know. Let me know what you think about this theory. If you have any questions about any other coaches that you think I might have theories on, because I've got a lot of them, let me know, and maybe I'll make a video for that too. If you're interested in Patreon, for as little as $2 a month, you can get some bonus content, and you can see this early. So hi Patreon, hi YouTube second, because YouTube will get this second. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.